Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I am obese. I'm actively working towards losing weight and I've made progress, but I'm still obese as I'm typing this. I'm going over to see my brother and his husband for Christmas across the country, and because I'm fat, I booked an extra seat so everyone can be more comfortable. I know it sucks having to pay for an extra seat, but it is what it is. Everything goes smoothly from checking into security and boarding, at least at first. This woman comes to my row with a boy who appeared to be about a year old. She told me to squeeze into one seat so her son could sit in the other chair. She told me, not asked. I told her no and that I paid for this seat for the extra space. She makes a big fuss over it, which got the flight attendant's attention. She told the flight attendant I was stealing the seat from her son. Then I showed my boarding passes, proving that I in fact paid for the extra seat. The flight attendant asked me if I could try to squeeze in, but I said no, that I wanted the extra seat I paid for. The boy, who the mum said is 18 months old, was supposed to sit in her lap, so he could do just that. The flight attendant eventually told the mum to put her son in her lap. I got dirty looks and passive-aggressive remarks from her for the entire flight, and I do feel a little bad because the boy looked hard to control. What a freaking parent. Imagine giving someone a dirty because they didn't give you a free seat that you didn't pay for. I wouldn't want to give away my seat either if I paid for it to have the extra space and then someone just sits in it. When I paid for it! How dare you? Am I wrong for suggesting we lock up the Christmas presents after what my niece did last year? What? Did she steal all the presents? Every year my siblings and I, alongside our family, spend Christmas with our parents. We stay at their house for a few days. Everyone opens gifts together. It's hectic but a lot of fun. The kids enjoy having one big sleepover with their cousins. My mum likes having everyone home again. We all pitch in. It's a win-win. Last year my brother married Sally. She has a 7-year-old daughter, Mindy. This was their first Christmas with us. It seemed like they were having a fun time. Christmas Eve, all the kids went to the finished basement to sleep. We told the kids to not open the gifts without us and to wake us up when they did. This was repeated several times. Once the kids were asleep, we put all the gifts under the tree and eventually went to bed ourselves. The next morning, around 6 a.m, I wake up early and head downstairs. I find the living room a mess. Half of the gifts were unwrapped. Several of them had been ripped from their boxes. There was Mindy playing with some of the toys. Most of the ones weren't even hers. She knows how to read and they were all labelled, so she knew this. I was in shock. I went and got my brother, Sally, alongside the rest of the adults. Sally was super embarrassed. My mum was very upset. The other kids weren't up yet, so we tried to salvage what we could while Sally talked to Mindy. Not everything could be fixed and she had broken a couple of toys completely. The broken ones weren't even her own toys. Luckily, not everything was damaged, and even the boxes that were, the kids didn't notice. But my nephew's sister's son had one of the big gifts destroyed, and he was sad when everyone got theirs, while he was told he'd have to wait for a new one to come back in. Sally and my brother reimbursed everyone. Mindy didn't get to open gifts with everyone but joined the festivities later. She apologized but kept making excuses. She said she didn't want to wait and she wanted to see what everyone else got. What a brat. Yeah, you're gonna see what everyone else gets when they open the presents. What? Dude, some kids just think everything is theirs. We are all preparing to go to my parents again this year. I put the group chat that we should either lock the door to the living room this year or put a gate around the tree so no one can get to it. I didn't even name names, just specifically said no one. Sally and my brother got mad, accusing me of treating Mindy like a baby or animal. I said I'm not, but this is a precaution so none of the kids are tempted. They said this isn't necessary and I'm holding a mistake over Mindy's head. I said no, I'm not, but I'm just trying to make sure we have no repeat. Because I know it'd be asked, Mindy doesn't have autism or ADHD, and even if she did, my daughter has ADHD, and both my sister's kids are on the spectrum. They knew better. I don't think Mindy was malicious. She was only 6, but I do think precautions should be made. My parents agree with me and my brother is mad that I put it in their heads. No names were named, so why are you mad? It's funny how they're already assuming that it's going to be their daughter tearing into the presents. No one said anything about your daughter. So like, you know. Jeez. It's crazy how they got all defensive about it when last year they knew what happened. Like, it's not even about Mindy, it's just about all the kids. Maybe they might get tempted. Maybe another kid will be tempted. The parents assuming that it's going to be Mindy again just really says a lot. They know so much about their kid, hey? They know the kid is going to be the one to do it again if they didn't lock the presents. I have been married to my ex Dan for 6 years before we divorced at the end of 2020 due to him cheating with Kate. Kate and Dan have a son who is 3, which was conceived and born during the pandemic while I was under high risk, and the entire affair has cost me some of my physical health, not just a mental one. After the divorce, Dan moved out of my house and we haven't spoken since. Last week, Dan suddenly dropped his son at my house without giving me any warning or explanation. He only mumbled that Kate was giving birth to their second child and needs him in the delivery room due to complications. He left before I could protest, and I have tried texting and calling him multiple times and have received no reply. I do not know why he thought it was a good idea, as I had plans and they definitely don't involve someone else's child. Why didn't he drop his kid off at like his parents or something? At his ex-wife's place that he cheated on? I feel bad for the kid. Like, the kid doesn't even know this person and the dad just dropped them off at this place. I ended up calling the police and have told them what happened. Explain it is not my child and I haven't agreed to look after him and his dad is not responding. They took the child and I haven't heard anything until very early hours of the same day when my ex called me, calling me an asshole as the cops found them in the hospital and basically forced him out of the delivery room so he can look after his child. So he missed the birth of his second. And Kate had some complications, so she's in intensive care. He also started shouting, saying that his and Kate's parents are living at the opposite ends of the country and have medical conditions which mean they can't look after his son. I have told him that he should have used his brain cells and thought about it in advance instead of dumping the product of his affair at my house. Knowing that me and him are not civil, I have mentioned this to some of my family and friends, and while some people are on my side, others agree with my ex that I should have looked after the kid and an asshole for calling the cops. Wow. Obviously what the ex did was freaking wrong, but I can't help but always have a soft side for like kids who are not at fault. As much as I would be freaking angry at my ex, I would still look after the kid, right? The kid didn't do anything wrong. I just feel bad. That's just me though. I'm just like that. But I know obviously a lot of people will not do that because it's not their problem, right? But it's just so freaking crazy to me how he thinks that's okay. He cheated on her and then for 3 years they did not talk nothing and then he just drops his kid at her place. Like, if you had any human decency, you would have messaged her first or gave her like a warning, maybe apologize. Nope. Oh my gosh, I don't get some people. What the hell? The audacity. So entitled. Imagine having a dad that just drops you off like that. Like, might as well just bring him to the hospital too, right? Don't drop your kid off at someone's place that they don't even know. You don't even know what the stranger might do to your kid. You know, like if you cheated on someone and then you just drop your kid at their place, that person could be vengeful. I'm not saying this person is, but like someone could be, right? Irresponsible. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!